Hello, everyone. We have a doozy of a game tonight. So I'm gonna do something real quick because I forgot to do this before stream. I was kind of busy talking to Dennis about something. Why did I just Google search Wikipedia? What is wrong with me? Harvester video game. Yes, 1996. Okay. So this was 96. All right. So, Harvester is a video game. It is not very good. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the firemen. There's probably a few other content warnings I forgot. So just bear in mind that this is a 96 game that is meant to push boundaries of what is acceptable in a video game. Kind of. The main intent of the game was a meta-commentary examination of violence in video games, and I don't think it really lands. But came out in 1996 for DOS, and then later got other versions through DOSBox. It actually came out in September 1996, so that's interesting. My birth month. I like that association. It has a 53 out of 100 on Metacritic, which is kind of funny. And it is not considered to be a good game, but it does have a cult following because of how goddamn weird it is. Also, thank you for the 7 streams, as a man, and Jesus Christ, one day you'll be free. I'll get to that in a moment. But, fair warning, I'm going to play the content warning command again, because this game has a lot of stuff in it. Blood, gore, violence against children, child death, sex, partial nudity, mention and depiction of sexual assault, cannibalism, uncomfortable sexual scenes, offensive depictions of gay people, which I forgot was in the game. So thank you, Lizardman, for reminding me on that. And there's probably a lot more that I forgot. This is an FMV game, so most of the violence is done to real actors, though the violence is kind of comically edited in with CG, and not very good CG. But it is still very violent, very sexual, and very uncomfortable. I wanted to end my my October marathon with a big game. I was actually originally going to end with Phantasmagoria, but I ended up swapping to Harvester because Phantasmagoria didn't really fit into the schedule. I also didn't want to do Phantasmagoria without the sequel, and I only had enough time for one of them unless I completely redid the schedule to fit everything else in, because I wanted to also fit Alan Wake in. But this game is not for the faint of heart. It is gross, it is violent, it is sexual, and it is just really, really uncomfortable. It's kind of funny at times, but you're going to be awkwardly laughing, not necessarily like rolling on the floor or falling out of your chair. I didn't even say rolling on the floor, but whatever. So, also my comment about Xeno, how he'll eventually be free. Xeno agreed to be a mod for me on the condition that I find someone to replace him. But since my growth has been pretty slow, I haven't needed to get any other mods. So he's just kind of stuck being a mod until I grow big enough to warrant having someone in his place. Also, I have two things to report and talk about. Once Upon a Katamari came out on Thursday or Friday, I forget which. And it is pivoting from Harvester to Katamari is kind of a bit of tonal whiplash, but okay. It's very good. I'm very, very pleased to report that Once Upon a Katamari is the best Katamari game since We Love Katamari on PS2. I do like the sequels, but they have problems that I don't like about them. Once Upon a Katamari feels like a lost third PS2 game. It's very, very good. It's a little on the buggy side, at least on Switch, but it is still very good. I finished it in 2 days because I spent one day playing it for like 11 hours. Oops. Because Katamari just gives you pure joy. Yes, and especially me because I grew up playing the games. And I'm like extremely happy we finally have another Katamari that's just as good as the PS2 games. I'd actually say it's the second best Katamari game overall, and I don't say that lightly. Yes, Dennis is also playing Katamari. We've been talking about it because I'm the one who got Dennis into Katamari. But that game's fun. I've already finished it. I'm just trying to get all the presents and the cousins for now. I'm probably going to try to 100% it. Or at least get all the crowns and get S rank on everything. The Cowbear level is going to kill me, though. Also, me, Zeno, and Dennis went out downtown again. We went to two places that Zeno missed out on because he wasn't feeling well from earlier in the year. I think earlier in the summer. And saying a lot this stream, are you Obama? I say all the time. Don't make me feel self-conscious about it. We went to a French Parisian cafe, and the owners of the cafe are French, and from Paris, which was pretty fun. We got French coffee. I got coffee au lait. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's coffee with milk, if I remember correctly. Then we went to an Indian restaurant, and I got goat curry, which is what I wanted to get the last time I was... Okay, please, Val, please don't count. Please don't. I got goat curry, which is what I wanted to get the last time I was there, but I was convinced to try a vegetarian option. I was the only one who did not bring home leftovers. Because I had like the perfect amount of food. I also wasn't given rice or naan, so I didn't have anything else filling me up. And they have a lovely lime soda that is made in-house, which was really, really good. You can get it sweet or salty, which is really cool. And then we went to a place called Rainbow Cone, which is another Chicago staple, where they stack with the main item on the menu is called the Rainbow Cone, which is 5 ice cream flavors stacked on top of each other. You can get it as a cone or in a little cup. It is sherbet, pistachio, Palmer House, strawberry, and chocolate. And it is very good. I have not had it in over 10 years, and I'm very happy there's one downtown, because that's a hell of a lot easier to get to than any of the other ones that I know of. Well, I only know of one other. There's a bunch of other locations, but this is the only one. I only know of 2, because those are the only 2 I've been to, and one of them just opened. So today was fun. The weather's getting cooler, which is pretty nice, because when it's a lot warmer, or at least I get pretty sweaty downtown, and that's not fun. And I'm gonna get caught up on checks. I missed some of Dennis's messages. It's kind of insane we got one, and it's good, and it tries really hard to be a love letter to the fans. Yeah, there's a lot of references to the previous games, especially the first 2, which is pretty nice. Given that the sequels did a lot of weird things. Though Katamari Forever did also just bring back a bunch of old editions, which was pretty cool. Through that, after years of disappointment in mobile games, we got remasters of the first 2 games and a new title that just owns. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, I'm all caught up. So, The reason why I am at the home menu of my Steam Deck is because when you launch the game, you are immediately thrown into a cutscene, or you are immediately given the developer and publisher of the game, an intro, and then gameplay. There's no main menu. So that's why I'm here, so we can see that. I think the audio is fine. It might be a little loud. I was messing with my audio yesterday because I was wearing my headset at night. So I hope the audio is fine. We will find out. I will have to adjust it on the fly because I don't know how the voice acting is going to sound. Also, with what Lizaman commented on, the actor who played Steve on camera, not his voice actor, his on-camera actor, was arrested several years ago for very bad stuff. I don't remember his actor's name, but it's not good. So, yeah. Turns out he really was a kidder. Anyways, we're going to play Harvester. I don't know what DOSBox DOM is. I'm going to ignore that.
Kill him! Kill him! Kill him now!
I only found out from Oni Plays. Oh, I knew because Bal and I actually talked about it back when Harvester came to Steam. Actually, just seemed a little loud. Turn it down a smidge. I don't feel like fucking with the, the video, so I'm gonna leave it as is in that window. Cinematography was done by a dude named John Johns. That is so funny. Alright, I'm gonna be thinking about that for the rest of the stream. Alright, I will be following the guide for this because I do not want to try to play this normally. Yeah, it's shirtless. We didn't see him put on the pants and shoes, so I can only assume he was wearing them to bed. Harvester gameplay tips. You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Show tips on. I will leave them on. Right-clicking on some objects in inventory shows a close-up of that object. Right-clicking on weapons in inventory activates and deactivates them. Press escape to bring up menu options. You can combine objects into new objects by clicking and dragging them on one another. Sound levels can be adjusted in the options menu. Screen too dark? Try adjusting the gamma in the options menu. Check your photo in the inventory screen. It will get worse as you take more damage. Cool. Look at special items that will restore your health. After finding required items during the day, night will be the time of mischievous adventure. Double-click the left mouse button on an exit to go through instantly. Use the right mouse button to attack an opponent. Left-click on your character or press I to view inventory. Left-click on an object to grab it and right-click to put it in inventory. A penny saved is hardly worth the effort. Okay, I think that's good enough. Your typical wall clocks. A goofy ass smile. Look at those moves. Peer through a thin layer of dust at your reflection. 7 flannel shirts accompanied with matching blue jeans are hanging neatly in the closet. Oh, that's cool. Alright. This door is unlocked. Chew marks are visible at the end of this ballpoint pen. 25-cent piece, dated 1952. As of yet, the future isn't so bright. Alright.
What? Leave me alone, Steve, or I'll tell Mom on you.
Your giant brother? Yeah, he is pretty huge.
Mom's in the kitchen, and if you bug me, I'll call her.
Look, do you know me?
Wish I didn't, 'cause then you wouldn't be my brother, and I'd have your room, and all the presents at Christmas. Though I will soon enough anyway, 'cause you're a lousy rat.
You're my brother?
No duh.
Listen, I don't mean to, bug you, but I can't seem to remember anything. Will you please just tell me who you are?
Mom, Steve is bugging me.
Steve, leave Hank alone right now.
Why am I a rat? What did I do to you?
You went and got all mushy on that girl, and now you're lighting out on me. Well, if that's the way you're gonna be, then you can drop dead.
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
Yes.
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, 'cause the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Leave me alone so I can watch TV.
That's a weird-looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
What do you mean, retro? All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? It's brand new.
Yeah, but look at the tube. Where's the remote control?
What's that?
Now that I think about it, I can't remember.
And what was that you said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means... Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Then shut up and quit bugging me. I'm watching my cowboy show.
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a color television before.
Have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Sure. This is part of history. What made America great. And besides, blood and guts are neato. Well, you can't stop me, so let me alone. Or else. Good. Finally.
Ah, yes. Baby crib in the kitchen.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you?
Joshing.
Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name. Steve.
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory. Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister. What a thing to say to your mother. Was that an invitation now that your father is out of action?
What?
You mind your mouth, young man. That's a fine way to talk to your mother and a member in good standing of the PTA. Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Excuse me? What? Holy
I
fuck.
told you I'm busy, Steve. Why don't you talk to Hank or go next door and visit Stephanie or go get an early start on your new job?
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiancé is having second thoughts about the wedding.
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts. I'm not marrying anybody till I figure out what's going on here.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis and now this. 2 weeks before the wedding and you're backing out. Whatever will the neighbors think?
I can't marry someone I don't even know.
Fine, have it your way, but leave me out of it. If you're going to break Stephanie's heart, you march right next door and do it yourself. And don't expect me to write you a note.
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts.
Oops, I didn't mean to
I'm
click
not mar-
that.
First, the
I can't. Fiance? This is insane!
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie? Is that what this silliness is all about? Pre-wedding jitters?
Can something like that produce amnesia?
Stop this foolishness right now and count your blessings. Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
What's cooking and cleaning got to do with anything?
Honestly, boys are so dense. What else is there for a wife but cooking and cleaning? You may not appreciate a hot meal on a clean plate when it's there, but if it wasn't, we'd hear about it soon enough, I'll bet.
You're saying that's all there is to marriage? Cooking and cleaning?
Well, you'll have to ask your father about that, but I'm sure Stephanie will do her duty when the time comes.
Oh dear.
Bless your innocence, but there are certain disgusting truths that go along with marriage. Facts that can't be disguised by sheets which wrap around the contours of flexing go-go's and bouncing legs. You can't know what I'm talking about, and that's best. When the time comes to make a baby with Stephanie, you'll have to make your peace with the fact that when a farmer plants his seed, he can't help but get some nasty dirt on his hoe. Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Pick up the fire extinguisher? Can I? The one in the kitchen. Let's find out. Fireman Sparky's super foamy fire extinguisher. No. Somebody can use it as a weapon. Dayglow Lima space disc stuck on the roof.
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Hey, how come you haven't been putting the paper out for me in the morning? Yeah? Well, try to remember, will ya? How'd you expect a working Joe to make an honest living? You don't put the paper out, I'm out of a job.
So what? You don't get paid for picking up papers anyway.
The Sentinel building burnt down. What the heck else am I supposed to do? Listen, start putting that paper out and everything will be Jake, okay? That's all I want. That and a pair of sneakers. Walking this route every day has worn holes in mine. Say, you got any spare sneakers? Oh, gee whiz. Look, if you find any, I'd be willing to trade you for them. Something really neato. Think about it. See you later, alligator. There now, see how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep them that way.
Cool. It's full of junk mail, bills, and bake sale flyers. Alright. Post office. $41% off packing peanuts assorted colors. A blind woman is trying to read her mail.
Yes,
I need some help, Mr.
Postmaster Boyle. What can I do for you today? Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork. Afraid not, son. You can't get them anywhere but the post office. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right. Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
Zip code map with Harvest Dead Center. Alright, so we've learned about the lodge application. I don't know why that was just an option for me to say without knowing what it was first. Barbershop. Pastorelli's Barbershop. Mr. Pastorelli doesn't respond, not understanding English.
Howdy, Steve.
Yeah. Howdy back, Mr.
Pete Swell, Steve. Don't you pull my old leg now. Change your mind about that aluminum siding?
What are you talking about?
I really think you should talk your father into buying some. He can afford it. And I can't stress enough the value of some really fine aluminum siding. Keeps it warm in the summer, cool in the winter, and it keeps out the sheep. Pastorelli ought to look into some, but I can't get him to understand a word I say. Steve, aluminum siding can't get a fair shake no more. Started when those firemen came to harvest, filling people's heads with newfangled notions like color coordination and interior design. You can paint aluminum, you know, if you want to. But even so, I can't seem to move it anymore. Not even to a rube like Pastorelli. Thank God for the plumbing. Pastorelli's a rube from way back. Ask Clem Parsons how he followed up with the alarm system in here. I'm a plumber. I could fix it for him, but he just won't listen. Well, I seen the end coming for the aluminum siding game, so I took a mail course and learned how to be a plumber. Now, there's a business.
A male
that
course to
never
become a
lets up.
plumber?
You'd be surprised what people flush down the toilet. Nice to see you again, Steve.
Hello there, youngster. They say them aliens I was telling you about, well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clem?
Them aliens is wily, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry. Why, that barber's pole of his is his pride and joy. Brought it all the way over from Italy, wrapped all special-like. It ain't nothing but colored glass with some bulbs stuck up in it, but he thinks it's the be-all, end-all. Installed that alarm system just to protect it. Though who in tarnation would want to steal a worthless piece of junk like that? I don't know.
Maybe them aliens, Clem.
Oh, Pete, don't be ignorant. Them aliens don't give a fig for no colored glass. You think if they can build spaceships, they can't make a dadgum barber pole? Crazy hick don't know nothing about science. Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it to the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough. Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens.
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quail. What, you think you can get one of those at a swap meet? Line
Oh, I
your
thought it
blind
crashed.
with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. lay across the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot.
Okay.
Anytime, Steve.
Alright, this is already pretty fucking weird. Alright. Now we go to the general store. And let his drone relentlessly, eternally frozen at 4:05.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Gein Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia, in which case I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory, in which case I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. Haven't seen him.
Care to buy anything today? Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Three copies made here. An adult magazine for 25 cents. You must pay Mrs. Phelps before you can buy anything. So apparently I'm supposed to buy this.
A girly magazine? Why, Steve, I'm surprised at you. I'd expect that sort of thing from Deputy Loomis, but never from you. He's always coming in here oogling the girly magazines behind my counter. Darned if I'd sell him one, though. I know his wife, for heaven's sakes.
Well, will you sell me one?
I certainly will, Steve. That kind of interest is healthy for a young fellow. Stares him away from being a fireman.
Cool. Let's see if there's a way to enlarge it, but never mind. I just wanted to see what it would look like. Not really helping my myself there. Anyways, was it really that cheap to buy magazines? This is supposed to be like the 50s, I think. Spike, am I a fireman? Are you calling me a slur? Potsdam residents. Probably been an exorbitant price for a magazine back in the 50s. I'm not sure what era this takes place in, but with well, this pretends to take place in, but with the TVs being in black and white, it's got to be the 50s or 60s at the latest. But oh, what is this? Shut up. I don't know. Oh, yeah, 1953. Thank you. Alright. Let's see here. Potsdam residence. Talk to Mr. and Mrs. Potsdam, learn about the wedding in the lodge.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh? What a card.
Would I kid about something like that? Why won't you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Your mother just telephoned us about your latest shenanigans. Isn't that right, Mrs. Potsdam?
Sure did, Mr. Potsdam. You little rascal.
Imagination's a swell thing to have, in small amounts. Man needs to keep his feet on the ground, especially if he's getting married. Tell me, is your father feeling better? Is he going back to the slaughterhouse anytime soon?
This is sick. I'm supposed to marry this Stephanie and I don't even know who she is.
Now look, Steve, a joke is all well and good, but don't go scaring me like that.
I'm not joking.
Now look, a commitment is a commitment. You're going to marry my daughter. We'll be one happy family, and your dad's going to give me all the meat I want, right? Right? Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day, and anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too, and your father will give me all the meat I want. Kinda makes up for not getting into the lodge.
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than they know what to do with. Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application. They're always looking for new blood. Mrs. Potsdam grounded Stephanie, so you'd better go ask her permission before you go upstairs. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father before the wedding. Not with the meat at stake.
This guy is
You will
weirdly
remind
obsessed
your
with
dad
meat.
About the meat. Won't you?
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know. That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Well, next time you see him, be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat? Especially about the meat.
Yeah, fine. If I see him.
You should be more concerned. If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat? I guess as his son, you'd take over. Right? I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse. Bite your tongue with that serpent's tooth. Your dad's slaughterhouse is the most successful business in Harvest. You'll love it there. Oh, sure. Cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have been washed into the gutters. What are you left with? Meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat.
Not sure what happened there. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what that was. She kind of startled me.
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today? Well, Stephanie is grounded, Steve.
Why?
I'm sure I don't know. Mr. Poston has sent her to her room, and in her room she'll stay until Mr. Poston says otherwise. Probably until the wedding. Mr. Poston feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Potsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
No! She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what. Mr. Poston wants us all to be one happy family, and he doesn't want to risk anything happening at the last minute. I don't see any reason why not.
This charity bake sale. What is it supposed to benefit?
Oh,
Why can't I select this? I don't know about it.
Through some subjects. When you get right down to it, all charity is pretty ugly, isn't it?
I don't follow.
Ask Mr. Moynihan. He's organized this event. In conjunction with the lodge, naturally. Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks Funeral Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge. But the order keeps that kind of thing secret. So Mr. Poston has tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application. But so far...
What can you tell me about the lodge?
Just that they're exclusive and secretive. If you're curious, you ought to pick up a lodge application at the post office and take it over to the sergeant-at-arms. Isn't that a thought? Forget Mr. Potsdam. If you became a member of the order, we could hold the wedding inside the lodge. My, wouldn't that be lovely? Give my regards to your parents.
Cause the door won't budge.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just one, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding. They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right. I believe you. Maybe some of these people believe you too. Maybe they're playing dumb.
Why?
Maybe they're responsible. Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded. It's been hell. They treat me well, but they won't let me leave this room. Not even to go out in the yard. Not until the wedding.
They won't tell you why?
Each
The song
one
keeps
blames the
skipping.
other for grounding me. They make up different excuses. Different things I did, none of which I remember. So I sit up here, watch the world outside my window, and listen to the noises in the house. I don't know. If I could get out of here, I'd walk around, talk to the locals, try to figure out a way to escape. and probably wind up at the lodge. Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon.
Holy shit, story
They're
of seasons.
responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true, maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared.
I mean, look at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that. Of course I'm right. Come back and visit me soon, okay?
Cool. That's... I don't think I was generous enough with the content warnings. Okay, what am I supposed to get from this? Open the medicine cabinet. Get aspirin. Cough medicine. Vitamins. Tampons? Jar of oral lube. Oh, okay. It's covered with what appears to be toothpaste, pubic hair, and snot? We got a bunch of stuff in our inventory now. So once you explore the town and get a bunch of stuff, that's basically where the game starts opening up, it looks like. Alright, Alright. So I'm using a GameFAQs guide, and whoever wrote this, I don't think English is their first language, because they keep referring to Stephanie as a male, and referred to your younger sister, the little baby in the crib, as your little brother. There's a lot of typos in this guide, but I'm gonna stick with it for now. Right. Abandoned house. That's where we're going. Okar is the perfect nesting grounds for wasps.
It's not often that I get visitors. I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest called me the Wasp Woman. A pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps. Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves. Wasps build nests and more wasps, nothing more. They spread into eaves and attics, not to make honey for supermarkets, but to buzz and rustle on their own paper, perpetuating their own agenda, growing stealthily, surely. The most relentless of insects. When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement. But the wasp is promiscuous. They are not as sympathetic to the masses, because they don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it. Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your flesh, and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation. Each painful welt, an act of love.
Why is everyone in this town so goddamn weird? Alright. Where am I going? Mortuary.
Stephen.
Who are you?
I am Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses. It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low station come to harvest to die. They simply drop dead, penniless, and they all need burials. God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well? My losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them.
New Super Mario Brothers and Nintendo music. Nice, the game's got a good soundtrack.
This bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used to set up a fund for transients. In other words, bums and societal rejects without families who wander into Harvest uninvited.
Then the Order is setting up shelters for the homeless?
Not shelters. Graves. You see a great number of these hobos die while passing through. Don't ask me why, it's what those people do. Use your common sense, Stephen, memory or no. If they were involved in setting up homeless shelters, then why would I be involved? And why would I be sustaining losses? As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship of the blood drive and the bake sale, the Lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
Needs? Such as?
Pardon me, there are corpses to prepare. And my losses have been substantial of late. If you're sincerely interested in the Order, however, you should stop by the Lodge and speak with the Sergeant-at-Arms.
Why should I be interested, Mr. Moynihan?
Of all the spots in Harvest, the Lodge is the most prominent, literally and figuratively. It is the ambition of everyone here to join, and join you must to attain wisdom.
What kind of wisdom?
If I knew, I'd be a member. I have the feeling you have what it takes to join the Order, Stephen. We all believe that. Whether or not you live up to your potential is up to you. This bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used to set up a fund for transients.
Then...
I already saw this.
I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome.
He's awfully well dressed for a, I will take it.
You can't have that, Stephen. I need it for my work. And may I say you're a rude young man for attempting to steal it.
I was only gonna borrow it.
Indeed. And have you anything I could hold as security?
Security? Like what? Money?
I'm afraid that's not good enough. I need that glue for my work. You must present me with something significant if you'd have me part with it.
I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, this game isn't really spooky, from what I know, but it is very uncomfortable. Very weird. Alright. Cemetery. Potsdam family crypt. Marble doors have been sealed shut. Alright, that is Stephanie's family's crypt. There's a lodge in the background. Listen, man, you couldn't have known this, but you played that sound at the exact moment I started to yawn, so as I yawned, I just hear the Hell's Kitchen sound. I just open my mouth and I hear that. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this I'm going to continue using this guide until it becomes a problem, but I think the person who wrote this is an idiot. The trick with mother? Oh, what? Saying fuck? Getting that weird-ass comment? Yeah, I did that. Oh boy, we're going to the fire station. 1996, guys. Just keep in mind.
Please excuse the mess. They've done wonders with the upstairs bedroom, but this garage defies color coordination.
I don't converse on the job, Steve.
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the House of Flame, as we like to call it. Oh, cut it out, Spots, honestly. Once he gets barking, a good piece of meat is the only way to shut him up. There you go, Spot. So, Steve, bet you don't remember me. Heard about that short in the old wiring. I'm Fire Marshal Sparky, head of your fire department. Don't be silly. Everyone thinks that amnesia kick is a scream. Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, it's my job to keep abreast of developments in the community, to better serve you, the public. I'm sure you'll be thrilled when you learn of the many civic improvements we have planned for your fire department.
Such as...
Well, don't tell any of the others, but I've secured a bolt of the most divine mauve material. I've hidden it because, well, if any of these Marys got a hold of it, it'd be gone in a jiffy. So I'd rather keep it hush-hush. I'm going to make new drapes for the firehouse, and if I have any left, cross your fingers, I'm going to make everyone matching mauve pillow cozies.
Those are civic improvements.
Don't be such a party pooper, Steve. We're talking about art. Besides, we haven't had a fire in Harvest since the newspaper building burned down. Though I'll admit that the Wasp Woman's place is one big accident waiting to happen. Isn't that right, Spots? A dreadful affair. You wouldn't think that a brick and steel building with a sprinkler system could go up that quickly. Oh, please. Dwayne was glad enough to see the thing go up, and so was McKnight. If you could get into that safe in his wall... Forget it. Look, Steve, as far as I know, the fire was an accident. Let's just leave it at that. Now don't you go moving. Some people think all we do is sit around, sketching examples of manhood for our own amusement. Nothing could be further from the truth. Why, just the other day we cited Tetsu a crumb for fire code violations. All those dried out paper wasp nests clustered around our wooden house. Why, it's a chemlog just waiting for the right faggot.
Oh, God.
Believe me, none of us wants to see another fiasco like the Sentinel fire. Bye-bye.
I'm just gonna go. 1996, guys. Just remember, 1996. Not really an excuse. More of a... People were just shitty back then. And it was considered normal. Unsure if they are gay or not. Unsure, he says. No, they are very obviously supposed to be gay stereotypes. Oh, like IRL. Oh, absolutely not. No, definitely not. There's no way. That is a straight guy doing a voice. No self-respecting gay man would have done that. Alright. Fire station. Newspaper building. It's a flyer for the Harvest Bake Sale. Plus the workers button, and it looks like it was ripped from the cloth. Alright. And I lost my place. I'm gonna go to the police station. Oh god, the cops, my favorite. Sure love the UFO whistle. This game's soundtrack is awful. So chat, what's gonna be the worst game coming out of this? Harvester? Or what was that? The Seventh Guest. Which one's gonna be worse? This? Yeah, probably. I mean, I recommended this game to people, but not because it's a good game. I do not think this is a good game, even before I played this. It's the Seventh Guest tries. Nah, Harvester is cool. This game is bad. However, it does have some stuff going for it because it's so goddamn weird. Which I personally think gives it a leg up over the Seventh Guest. Also, wait until the lodge fights. Okay, fair. Okay, that is a good point. What is going to be the bigger slog? The fights in the lodge, or any of the puzzles from the Seventh Guest? Because my problem with the Seventh Guest was just how much of a slog the game was. It's so slow. And the puzzles drag on so long. Some of them are way longer than they need to be. This game's main problem is the second half of the game, or at least the final act of the game, which is when you're actually in the lodge. That is the worst part. Everyone will tell you that. Because it sucks to play. It sucks to solve. It sucks to play. It just sucks. Is you can figure out the puzzles? I mean, you can. I couldn't even manage that. I had to follow a guide for most of them. Let's see, what are we doing here? Talk to Deputy Dwayne. I like this so I actually can see where I am. Mr. Guide, do you know what deputy means? This guide is so poorly written. I'm gonna follow it because it seems to be accurate to what I'm supposed to be getting so far, I think. I haven't really used any of the items. It's the only guide on GameFAQs, and I'd rather use the GameFAQs guide than the Steam guide. But maybe I should be using the Steam guide. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out.
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne, and this here is Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
Of course we have. But I heard about your alleged amnesia, and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank. And not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean, or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding. Now that's a place you don't want to wind up, boy. We've got a 3 strikes and you're out rule here in Harvest. You get arrested the 3rd time, you never get out of jail alive. So don't go committing any crimes, boy. Amnesia or no, I'll lock you up pronto. Crime-wise, nothing much has happened in Harvest since the newspaper fire. Oh, sure. Every week or so, we get the odd transient dropping dead. But other than that, it gets pretty slow around here. Sure, you remember. The Sentinel building burned down about 6 months ago.
That's what I'm telling you, Sheriff. I don't remember anything. Why won't you believe I have amnesia?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve. Anyway, the fireman said the fire was caused by arson. I never caught the perp, though.
But we found the gas can that was used. Yes, sirree, Bob. It's in the evidence room.
Loomis, that's classified. Darn it.
How many times you gonna have to tell me to keep my mouth shut, I wonder? Sorry, boss.
You've got the gas can in the evidence room? Did you dust it for prints?
You've been watching too much TV, Steve. Heck, who can make out all those curvy lines anyhow? No, it's sitting in there gathering dust, clean as the day we found it. Just in case I ever need a spare gas can. That case is closed, Steve. Stop on by any time, Steve.
Anything I can help you with? Help yourself. Speaking of which, you're real lucky to be marrying Stephanie. She don't look like a good woman. I just hope she don't turn out like Mrs. Loomis, or mercy forbid Mrs. Phelps. Good women can be awful hard on a man's needs, don't you know?
I think I need to for the story.
Why, you sure ought to appreciate what a man's gotta do sometimes in a parked car, or a waist-high knothole in a tree, or jail cell at noon. Matter of fact, Mrs. Phelps got no reason not to sell you some of them French postcard girly picture books. If you can get any, it's see clear to part with them. Bring them round when the sheriff's at lunch, and I'd be obliged.
This dirty old deputy is asking me to bring him porn. Bro, just use the internet. There's tons of free websites. Come on. I don't think I want to know, but I'm morbidly curious what he has to say.
Of course, I don't necessarily mean French postcards. That's just what we called them in my day. Any kind of girly picture book, the kind men like, would be just dandy. I'd be right grateful, kiddo, if you were to bring me one.
Okay, props to his voice actor. That was disgusting to listen to. That made me like, no, like the way he talks about it is just, ugh, I don't like it.
Anytime, kiddo.
So props to his voice actor. Alright. And okay, now we go to Edna's Diner. Alright. So far, a whole lot of nothing has happened, but we're basically trying to do a bunch of stuff just to get the lodge application right now. Alright. By the way, there are multiple endings to this game, but there's only two, and the requirements are literally just a single choice at the end of the game. I believe you can save on the choice screen, so we're gonna get both endings. It just plays a cutscene. You actually have to do something for one of the endings, but it's basically just making a choice. You either make the choice or you don't. Let me rephrase that. You either make one choice or you make the other choice. So, just how it is. Alright. think you can't, but think right before the room. Something like that. Yeah, the guide should hopefully tell me. Since they're in the choice, you can't open the menu. In this diner. There's the lodge, the missile base. Alright, meat plant, Memorial School, TV station. We are going to in this diner. Where's the diner? I mean in the middle. Oh, there it is. I thought you meant the middle. Yeah, I thought you meant the middle of the map. No, that's fine. So, show of hands, who here has played Harvester before? Let me rephrase that. Who here has played Harvester or watched any, like, playthroughs or full videos on it? Because I'm familiar with this game because I watched Lazy Gamer's video on it. You haven't watched Let's Plays? Yeah. I feel like more people have watched people play it than played it, because this game does kind of suck to actually play, especially in that final act. So I think more people are like curious, but not curious enough to actually like suffer through it. Because I mean, I watched Lazy Gamer's video on it. It's a pretty thorough video of the game. And I also watched a streamer named Coney play it. He is or was a Smash commentator. I don't know if he does that anymore, but he did a full playthrough of the game. That's how I knew it was safe to stream on Twitch, because he played it on Twitch. Played it briefly, but watched the playthrough a long time ago. Haven't watched Let's Plays. You have been mentioning Oni plays, so that does check out. Talk to Edna and Karen, her daughter. Okay, now the guide person gets a child's gender correct.
Oh, Steve, what are you doing, sneaking up on me like that? God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order? Sure. And my name's Edna Fitzpatrick. I'm not the one with amnesia.
Then you believe me.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I guess I've changed. I'm not kidding.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old.
At least we're an adult.
You've met Karen, my 8-year-old. Other than the diner, she's all I have. There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve. You should be grateful that she's promised you her hand.
I don't remember that happening, Edna.
Honestly, you men are so childish. I don't know what it is about marriage that turns even the bravest man into a coward. I was going to marry Karen's father when he just up and ran out on me one night. I heard that he joined the lodge, but if he did, I never saw him come out again. Even Sheriff Dwayne wasn't able to find out what happened to him. Mr. Johnson has a liking for me. I'd call it a crush, but that's too innocent a word. He's a bitter man with too much time on his hands. He's never gotten over being rejected by the lodge, and there's something unwholesome in the way he looks at me.
I'm always glad when the sheriff comes in every day at noon. Stop by anytime, Steve.
So, Karen is one of the kids you can kill. But you don't have to, and it's not recommended you do, because it does, I think, make the game harder. However, there are kids later on you are forced to kill. But we won't be getting into that until probably the final stream.
Hi, what's your name?
Karen,
What are you doing?
playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
This town is a bit screwy. Me. Oh, I guess I can talk to Dwayne.
Hello there, Steve. Here for lunch?
No, just here looking around, though I'm not entirely sure where here is.
Oh, I forgot. You're playing your little amnesia prank. Well, boy, this is DNA's diner. Isn't that right, Edna?
Don't listen to Sheriff Dwayne. This is Edna's diner. But ever since the E burned out on the sign, they've been giving me a hard time.
Now don't be like that, Edna. It's a great place to eat, which is good, since it's the only place to eat in Harvest.
Nothing. Cool.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
Alright. Screwdriver. Back to the police station. There's cigarettes on the ground. Me in that posture. And he needs an anti-shrimp potion. Welcome to the 50s. Yep. Alright.
Oh, by George. Oh, by Jiminy. Oh, this here's the real thing. Oh, can I have it? Oh, thank you, Steve. Excuse me, kiddo. I gotta go check the jail for clean time.
He just gets started right away, doesn't even wait till he's alone. Alright. Alright. The key, the checkbook, and the note. Okay. Alright. Sheriff's checkbook. Need Doyle, or deposit, Boyle. Cool. Sheriff, if you think I'm going to keep paying this forever, you are crazy. There are limits, Boyle. Evidence room key. Pair of bloody sneakers. Cool. Alright. You're the gas can. And the camera. Yeah, point and click.
Hello, Steve. Where's Loomis?
You'll be coming around the mountain if you come.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Loomis, damn you.
Wait, no, 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 no. No.
Straining up the mattress again. Folding up the towels. Charming the snake.
I didn't think they were gonna show it. Oh boy, this game. This game is gonna be the death of me. Hey, sneak camera, watch the Loomis. Yeah, alright. TV station. Uh. Hmm. Don't like that. Alright, throw racism onto the content warning. Oh, it's her show! It's her show! Okay, okay. Okay, still bad, but it's her show, okay. But the term is Native American or indigenous people. They're not Indians. They're not from India.
Stay tuned, buckaroos. There's more to come on Range Riders Cowboy Roundup. So don't go away. And what's your name, hombre?
Steve.
Steve's a swell name. My dog's name is Steve. Would you like my autograph, Steve? You'd want to talk to Mr. McKnight, buckaroo. I'm just Range Rider, the cowpoke's cowpoke. You gotta excuse me, youngin'. I gotta ski-daddle to the watering hole and back before the commercial's over. Violence? What about it? Violence is as American as apple pie and low SAT scores. Where would we be right now if the cowboys hadn't gone out west and butchered innocent people to steal their land? Answer me that, Mr. Know-It-All.
But what about studies that have shown that children become more violent when watching violence?
Buckaroo, I rip the guts out of godless heathen Injuns. Most kids don't see godless heathen Injuns on a regular basis, and if they do, they better either get their eyes checked or do like old Range Rider and shoot the bejesus out of them, lest they want to go untreated for psychotic hallucinations or wind up with their scalp hanging from a buckskin belt.
Christ.
Oh, shit! Ow! Shit on a stickaroo! The parents that are griping about violence on TV are the same parents that go outside in the morning to fetch their papers, secure in the knowledge that they won't get an arrow through the noodle because the violence they hate so much done cleared the engines out of the neighborhood.
Yeah, civilization has benefited from violence. But should violence be treated as entertainment?
Check my rating, son. Violence is entertainment. I just put it on the air. If some kid watches, that says something about the kid, not me. Now, excuse me, we're going back on the air.
So wait, is he actually killing them? Oh. Why do you think there were so many? I didn't put two and two together. I think the commentary here is a little too on the nose. Though apparently not on the nose enough for me to put two and two together. Did I mute my phone? No. Oh, the Wi-Fi is still off. Whoops. That's something you'd get immediately? No. Give me a moment here. I'm going to update the content warning command. The command gets a little longer. And you kind of just punch it into your nose, really. I have never heard that phrase before. Just change CW to everything. Well, the one time I streamed Baldur's Gate 3, I had my content warning set to the short version as yes, because there was too much to warn about. Because the game fucking opens with eye trauma, for one thing.
Hey, Sport. This is a private office.
Yeah, I know, Mr.
McKnight. I own and operate this station. Have you brought me some news for tonight's broadcast, or...
I've lost my memory. That's news.
The hell it is! You always were a kidder, Steve. Any real news to tell me?
Actually, I was just wanting to know more about the TV station.
Hey, WHAR is the only television station in Harvest. Since the old Sentinel went under, what with the newspaper building burning down and all, we're golden. Nobody competes with us, Sport. Partners. I run the whole show solo, pal.
Make sure a gorgeous model signed with Kiss My Pineapple Red Muffy. Wall safe. Mr. McKnight's secret safe. It requires a number combination before it can be accessed. I'm not going to do that while he can see me. Right. Where am I going? School. Oh my god. Yeah, most people would recommend you don't stream this game. Of course, I don't do what other people tell me, so that's why I'm streaming it. And also, like, I mean, there is a good reason not to stream this game, because, like, it's uncomfortable, it's sexual, it's violent, and all that. Not many people are going to just casually tune in and watch this. You got to be the right kind of sicko to watch this game, or at least morbidly curious. But, like, school is named after Ed Gein, a serial killer and inspiration for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Awesome! Cool! Wonderful! I didn't know that. But, I mean, a lot of the games I stream... Because, I mean, my main thing about streaming is I do kind of stream mostly my backlog, but most of the games that I like to stream, aside from brand new indie games and brand new Nintendo games and then the odd other game that I play, like Resident Evil. I like to highlight weird, obscure, and forgotten games. And unfortunately, some of those games that are weird, obscure, and forgotten, in this case, kind of all three, are problematic in a lot of ways. Or they're uncomfortable, or they're violent, or they're sexual, or whatever. So it just kind of comes to the territory. And I personally believe that when it comes to highlighting old games, there's not necessarily any such thing as nobility. So the bad games should be highlighted as much as the good games, as long as there's something interesting to talk about. If the bad game is just like really fucking boring, my commentary is not very good and it's just not very interesting to watch. But if there's actually something to talk about, then I want to stream it. So that's why I would stream something like The Seventh Guest or Harvester and not, say, I don't know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for NES, which is not a good game. The original TMNT. It's not good, but it's also like really boring. The only notable thing about it is there's one specific level that's almost impossible to beat, and in the DOS version, it's literally impossible to beat because they made the jump too wide. But, like, that's not worth talking about, because it doesn't have anything going for it. There's nothing interesting to talk about. It's obscure. Well, not obscure. It's forgotten, because it's been surpassed by much better games. But there's really nothing to talk about. I want to get a draw over of the save screen. Alright. Talk to the principal. Bulletin board riddled with staples. That's principal.
Steve, good of you to drop by, big guy. Haven't seen you since graduation. A lot of changes, I hear.
You could say that.
Good, good. That's a nice part of my job. Turning fine young men and women out into the world, and then watching them prosper. Of course, I was able to reach more people at the old Sentinel, God bless her. But then again, I never got to see the results of my work up close before.
Who are you?
You know very well I'm Mr. Harold, principal of Gain Memorial. Steve, I've heard about this amnesia nonsense. I had hoped you'd be in the lodge by now, fine young fella like yourself. But now, I think maybe you need a little more quality time.
What was that supposed to mean? Apparently there's nothing important I need to learn here.
What do you mean, quality time?
Some, like Miss Whaley, favor stern discipline, corporal punishment, as a means of socialization. Myself, I temper discipline with love. Quality time can be such a warm, sharing experience.
Oh, Jesus
After
fucking
just a few
Christ.
sessions, you'd stop this amnesia nonsense and become a productive member of society and a fit candidate for the lodge.
Oh my god. Oh, chat. What have I gotten myself into? Oh, chat, what have I gotten myself into?
Drop in again soon. Adult education is a wonderful thing, as is adult quality time.
I can't remember the last time I've actually facepalmed on stream like that. Oh my god. Oh, this game is aging me. Yeah, aging you backwards. If only. Into the class. Well, one of these classrooms... That's the broom closet. Door is locked. That's the only one I can go into. Children look stunned and zombified. Why does the alphabet only go to J? Okay. Did they only have enough room to go to J? If you like your job, you can keep it. Talk to the teacher.
My goodness, class, this is Stephen. He used to be a student here at Gein Memorial. Say hello, class. They're reticent. The educator's gravest problem today is the apathy of the students.
What's wrong with their heads?
I can tell you in one word, Stephen. Discipline. Thank goodness you weren't a sulky bear. You were always a smiley bear.
Then you remember me?
Not as such. So many pupils, Stephen. They come and they go. But I can always spot those who were nice boys. You can tell from the forehead. The lobes. Right, class? I'm glad
The music
you
is
stopped
really
by,
struggling
Stephen.
here.
Would you care to say a few words to the class about civic responsibility?
Not really. I was just passing through.
Oh, but you must, Stephen. A positive role model might be just the thing to inspire these little monsters. Stephen, have you any questions for me? Or shall I continue with class? Ask away, then. We don't practice corporal punishment here. I've never believed in that old adage, spare the rod and spoil the child. A rod is too thin. But a baseball bat? That bridges the generation gap quite nicely. Oh dear, Colonel Monroe is conducting another air raid drill. Everyone into the hallway, quick!
If an A-bomb hits, what good is it gonna do to duck and cover?
Knockout! You timed that. Oh.
My stars, that was exciting. Stop by anytime, Stephen.
So is that kid just dead? School. Talk to principal. Enter the class. Talk to the teacher. See how she beats up her students. That's cruel and wacko. Yeah, totally wacko. Totally. Oh boy. Chat room. Kids are all out of it because she whacks their kids with baseball bats. Also, the comment where she could tell whether kids are good or not based on their foreheads. I clicked to leave, but okay. Oh boy. Alright, now we go to the meat plant. Oh boy, I'm sure this is going to be pleasant. Do I have to add animal cruelty to the list? Yes, I do.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say. Though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly?
What's with all the cats? This a slaughterhouse or a kennel?
Oh, them? They eat the scraps, that's all.
Yeah, but look at... Isn't there some kind of health department that keeps tabs on these things?
Are you going to work at the health department, Steve? Or here? Maybe I get sick of do-gooder busybodies sucking around here all the time. A man's up to his elbows in guts all day, every day. What more do they want from him? What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know. I can't get in to see him.
You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach.
Yeah, thank you for highlighting that again.
A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher. Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
Come to think of it, I don't see any cattle around here. Where do you keep the animals?
Does it matter? The end product is all the customer cares about, Steve. And we only carry the finest meat, only the juiciest cuts. Once you take over the business, you'll realize the importance of maintaining quality while cutting costs. We know what we're doing here, Steve. If we didn't, would the lodge use us to cater their affairs? Your father's very particular about the profit, Steve. No freebies for anyone. But seeing how you're his son, if you'll bring written permission from your father, I'll give you the meat. Don't be such a stranger, Steve, and my best to your dad.
Did I actually get a meat slip? Yes, I don't know why it's all the way on the left. Hang on, let me add animal cruelty to the list. Good lord. They're definitely eating cats. You know, there are some countries where it's not uncommon to eat dogs. I don't think I know of a single country where they eat cats. I know in Japan you can get horse meat. I think in the US it's considered a bad omen to eat horses. Alright, missile base. So here we have to be careful about our answers, so I'm going to save it on.
Oh, who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right, this is Section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
That makes two of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien. You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes Swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe, commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation, keeping America safe from those who would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every one of them ready to rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Then you have sole control of the, missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2, when I got my lower torso shot off in the war. Those pantywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that. They owed me. I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me. Of course, they felt that after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me, I was too emotionally unstable to continue in the military. That's why they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missiles.
I kind of doubt you'd be able to survive that. Alright. Apparently be careful about your answer here. Otherwise he'll kill you.
I don't follow. I don't follow. Aside from your commie bastard, your alien from another planet is the greatest threat to our democratic way of life. Did you know that 90% of sightings occur within the area of military installations? Hell, I shoot at them whenever I see their ships fly over. But my bullets ping harmlessly off of their hulls. I suspect those things operate out of the lodge, but just try to convince anyone in Harvest of that. I tell you, son, a nuclear holocaust would be preferable to a takeover by big-headed aliens from Pluto. Lucky
Pluto?
for us, I'll be making that call when the time comes. Harvest is a fine town, steeped in traditional American values. But that lodge, well, it makes me suspicious, don't mind saying it. They've got their fingers into everything around here. Like a certain red commie bastard menace which shall be nameless. You read me wrong, mister. I think you should join the lodge, infiltrate it, and report back on any red sympathizers. Your report could affect my decision on what I've got to do. Remember, duck and cover.
Yeah, I think that's all we need here. Now we talk to the lodge. I mean, talks to the guard at the lodge. The lodge dude never opens his mouth when he speaks.
Only initiates may enter the hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
Did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
Telepathy? But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge? Forbidden knowledge of forgotten pleasures, and pleasures as yet undiscovered. But such is not for the likes of you. Not yet. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries. Applications are available at the post office. Postmaster Boyle disseminates them to the uninitiated. I do not sully my hands.
Then I just fill it out and return it to you, or what?
You may find it difficult to obtain an application. You will no doubt need to find some way to persuade Postmaster Boyle to give you one in the middle of the month, as it is against his rules. When you do, however, bring it to me, and if you are worthy, you will be put to the test.
Cool. I clicked exit. Okay. Alright. Back to the general store. which was here. And I got a bunch of stuff. Oh, I'm gonna show something funny. The way Steve walks around with a weapon equipped is really funny. I wonder if anybody's tried putting Steve into Mugen. That would be really funny. Alright. Now we go to the post office. Is Mugen even still around? I think it is.
What does this mean? This is unexpected and awkward. But my luck's been bad ever since Dwayne found that darn gas can at the newspaper building the day after the fire. He has this insane notion that it's mine. I pay him not because I'm guilty, but because I don't want him slurring my good name around Harvest.
Oh, naturally.
You know, he keeps that gas can in the evidence room at his office. I'd be really grateful to whoever could fetch me that can. Grateful enough to provide him with a lodge application. Oh, and Steve, you'll keep this to yourself. If you're smart. My button. Why, I lost that months ago. Where did you find it?
Funny thing, that. I found it in the ashes. At the newspaper building.
What are you implying? That I had something to do with setting the fire? Preposterous. Why, 100 people must have visited that site since the fire. You just try showing that button to Sheriff Dwayne, son. He'll laugh you right out of his office. My button. Why, I
Funny.
What are you implying? And what if I did? I guess I'd be pretty grateful to anyone who could help get me off the hook.
How?
You seem like a capable lad. Hypothetically, let's say there was a gas can sitting in the evidence room at the sheriff's office. A gas can which might have some incriminating prints on it. Someone might be very grateful for the return of that gas can. Say, grateful enough to provide whoever returned it with a lodge application. Oh, and Steve, you'll keep this to yourself. If you're smart.
I think that's the only thing I can do is I'm gonna make the second save.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. After all this time.
Where's my application, Boyle?
Here, take it. With my thanks. You know, this morning as I was making my rounds, I noticed an awful lot of television aerials on the roofs. Seems like more and more each day. You got me this can just in time, youngster. I may have need of it again.
What do you mean?
There's another reason why Sheriff Dwayne didn't investigate the Sentinel fire. If you'd like to get something else on the blackmailing bastard, check around the television station. While you still can.
Here we go.
What has that sheriff told you?
The sheriff?
That pie-faced son of a bitch. What have I been paying him for all this time?
Calm down. He hasn't told me anything. What could he say?
Nothing. Nothing. I've just been working too hard, that's all. Forget I said anything, son. Sorry.
That's a ticket.
Cool. All right. And we go back to the diner, apparently. Alright, so apparently I'm supposed to show the copies to Boyle in the diner, but I think the guide means Dwayne. I'm gonna save real quick.
Now, where did you get these, Steve? I guess not. Of course, I could kill you right now.
But you won't, because I've got the original checks, which prove that Boyle burned down the newspaper building, and that you've been blackmailing him to keep it quiet. I've hidden them. Anything happens to me, they might turn up. Soon.
Uh-huh. All right. You've got me, boy. Tell you what. I'd give you one of Sheriff Dwayne's custom deluxe get-out-of-jail-free cards. That is, if I catch you doing something, I'll look the other way. Once. That's the deal. How about it? All right. Just bring me the originals, and we'll close the deal. So, you brought them after all, did you?
That's right. And you said something about a get-out-of-jail-free card?
Yeah. But can you give me a good reason why I shouldn't just kill you right now and take them back? Yeah, you did it up right, Steve. Guess my best play is to pay up. And next time I catch you for something, I owe you one. And no hard feelings.
Incredible. Now we go to the lodge.
I see you've managed to acquire an application. That demonstrates resourcefulness, a desirable trait for prospective members. You need a rest. Report back here for your next assignment.
Wow, that lodge is massive. Oh, God. Awfully hairy for someone who's only 18. Is that a burger? It's 9:21. Let's see how much progress. Well, it's 9:22 now. Let's see how much progress we can make. All right, pick up the newspaper. All right. The newspaper, go out. Give the paper to Jimmy.
There now, see how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep them that way. Hey, did you ever find any sneakers? Whoa, that's great. Maybe we could trade.
What could you give me?
You know Miss Whaley and Principal Harold down at the school? Well, I found out they're messing around with each other in the broom closet. I can tell you when they meet and trade you some keys that'll let you catch them red-handed. What do you say? Swell! Here's the keys to the broom closet at Gein Memorial. That's where they meet every day. About 3:45, as soon as everyone has gone home.
Oh, God.
Sometimes I hide in there beforehand. And Daddy-o, I see some stuff that's real nasty. Take it from me. You made a good swap. See you later, alligator.
Ugh. 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 Yeah, I don't think I like this game anymore. Ugh. So the funny thing is that I know a lot about this game, but I haven't actually played it or paid attention to a proper full playthrough. Well, no, it's not the two consenting adults thing. It's the fact that a kid was watching them. That's what's bothering me. Alright. Do we go to the school? Wait. Go to school. Okay. Use the keys on the broom closet. The little bastard is a freak. Give him a whack with that shovel.
Huh? What? Screwing in the school broom closet? What will people think?
Are you blackmailing us, you little shit?
Calm down, Mr. Harrell. Stephen would never do that. He's a smiley bear. But we should give him a token of our appreciation for his silence. Here, Stephen, take this baseball bat. You'll find it quite useful.
That a boy. Take the bat, and we'll take the photo.
The photo.
However will I keep the children in line now?
I have a spare I can bring in tomorrow, unless you prefer a chainsaw this time.
I'll talk to Mrs. Phelps.
A chainsaw? Limp Bizkit would be proud. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. I have listened to exactly... I have listened to 2 Limp Bizkit songs. One of them is Break Stuff, and I think the other one is... Is it called Noogie or Dookie? It's one of those two. And it's something someone sent me a long time ago, and I fucking hate that song. Nookie. Yeah, I hate that song. If that's the one I'm thinking of. But listening to it sounds like I'm listening to a broken record and not in the funny way. I don't like Limp Bizkit. I only like one of his songs. Granted, I've only listened to 2. I know he did Keep Rolling, but I haven't actually heard that song. I've only heard part of it because of an old Newgrounds video I used to watch. Go to the post office. It's the post office. That is not the post office. It's the post office. There it is. Roland is goated, so I just haven't looked. Ooh. Wait a minute. Right. It's the jar of Orlube on manhole key. You. Nightfall descends upon harvest. And we go to the cemetery. Apparently. Kill the wasp lady. I don't know if we're supposed to do that yet.
I'm burying our cat. She passed away and I'm burying her. Go away and mind your own business.
Then, where's the cat?
I left her at home. Now leave me alone!
Alright, apparently we leave now.
Kill him! Kill him! Kill him now!
Go to the Johnsons' residence. Oh, okay. Manhole key. Manhole cover. And enter. Just a shovel on the corroded wall. Into the hole. Go right so you enter Johnson's garage. Get the dolly and the fork. Operate the working bench. Get the Phillips screwdriver. Use it on the car.
Did it.
I'm not skipping them. They're just doing that. I'll get out of here. This version of the game is, for whatever reason, running this on DOSBox, at least the Steam version, seems to be very buggy. Because I know there's one cutscene that just straight up crashes, at least on Windows.
So, you have completed your first task. Now that you've scratched the tucker, you may proceed to your second task. You will steal a bolt of fabric from the fireman and bring it to me. Very well then. Use whatever means necessary, but bring the cloth to me here, and I shall give you your third task.
So did he tell me to scratch the car initially? Or did the guy just skip learning that I was supposed to do that? The guy just skipped it. Okay, that's funny.
Welcome to our order.
The hand that grips my staff.
Step.
Okay. Let's see. Alright. So, let's see. I'm on day 3. Alright, looks like we got a lot to do. So... I'm gonna end here. I think I'll end here. Oh, and something I noticed, when Steve is doing one of his idle animations, you cannot open the menu or open your inventory. That's kind of annoying. Okay. So there's a pause button. Aside from the menu. I see. Alright. So, that'll be it for tonight's stream. This game is an experience, and I don't know if it's a good one. But I've been wanting to play this for years because I wanted to experience it for myself. We'll see how I feel once I get... So, I really shouldn't say my opinions of the game until I get to the lodge section, because that's the part that everybody hates. And that entire sequence is the worst part of the game. But this is a video game. This is most certainly a video game. It's interesting. I don't know if I'd call it good right now. I kind of don't hate it, though, so far. Couldn't make this in 2025. Alright. So I'll be back tomorrow and Wednesday with more Harvester. I have a pretty good... I think we can finish the game by Wednesday. I'm pretty sure we can. Because it looks like the remainder of the tasks are fairly straightforward, so maybe the final stream will just be the lodge. That would probably work out beautifully. For a point and click, this game's pretty long. So, I'll see you guys then. In the meantime... Actually, let me find a raid target first, and then I'll do that. Let's see, who even is live right now? Who even is live? Mm. Mm. We have lots of options. Let's raid Thrice. I do not remember the last time I raided him. So wait, I want to do one thing real quick. I'm gonna get a screenshot of my content warning. There we go. Alright, so if you want to keep up, if you want to hang on after stream, I have a Discord. If you want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates, I have a Blue Sky. If you ever miss a stream, I have a VOD channel on YouTube. And if you would like to join in on the raid message is Dapper Dragon Raid. You can use whatever emotes, as long as you copy the raid message. That's all I care about. I will see you all tomorrow. You all have a good evening and good night. Bye.